And I guess that kind of brings us on nicely to tiles, because they're both used on walls and floors, and they're very often seen as quite a relatively hygienic option. But it's not the case, is it?
Tiles, like anything, if cleaned and maintained correctly, can be fairly hygienic, but there are some problems you get with tiles. So the biggest one is grout. So grout can become quite dirty. It's sometimes very difficult to get into the gaps and remove any dirt and bacteria. And what people tend to do when they clean things is they don't rinse. So they leave a layer of a film of detergent that in turn becomes quite sticky, and that attracts dirt and bacteria and can become a problem. So, again, if you use like Altro Whiterock, when Altro Whiterock was launched, over 35 years ago, it was ceramics that it basically replaced in a lot of hygienic areas such as hospitals and schools and places like that. So for things like splashbacks in your kitchens or tea points, you might want to consider using Altro Whiterock in one of the designs or one of the colours, and you've got a much easy to clean wipeable finish there.
Yeah, I guess if you thermoform all the edges, and there's very little joint at all, is there, on a fully formed Whiterock system? Absolutely nowhere for microorganisms to sort of hide and breed, is there?
I think that was actually the marketing campaign when I joined about 10 years ago. It was called Mind the Gaps, and it was all about Whiterock compared to ceramics, and the advantages, the impact resistance. I mean, that's something else. Ceramics can crack and shatter. You get a crack in a ceramic, suddenly that's a place for dirt and bacteria to hide. The Whiterock is fully bonded, so there's no place for any nasty things to get in behind it. So I mean, from a hygiene perspective, it really does tick all the boxes, which is probably the main reason why it's used in NHS P22 framework.
I guess that's the beauty of the full combination of products. They've all been tried and tested in places like NHS environments, the sort of most necessarily hygienic spaces that we know of. Yeah. And all we're doing now is, we've added design, we've added comfort underfoot, we've added all the benefits that we need to see coming into a workplace environment. And a lot of the specifiers, architects, designers, interior designers, would have used Altro products before, but not necessarily for workplace environments.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, people are very familiar with the name. Our products, we've been around for 100 years as a business. The chances are that an architect or designer has specified Altro at some point in their careers, which is quite nice. It's just now because of the situation globally, there's an added requirement for hygiene, and we're saying we can help you with that in areas where you may not have used us in the past.